Welcome to our Boomerang team call. Second one of November. Almost done the month. This is insane. I'll tell you guys this here first, and then anybody that's listening to the recording can hear it. I'm going to be launching an actual Boomerang clothing shop. So we are actually going to get legitimate, sweet clothing with dope ass designs that is not going to cost an arm and a leg. So that's another thing that I'm working on right now. So a million projects, as you can see. I'm just hanging on for dear life here. No, I'm just joking. I'm thriving through it all, but I'm super pumped. We're going on our holiday on Sunday, so I'm just getting ready to getting everything in order, my ducks in a row before we head out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to mute everybody. I'm going to kick it off. I think it'll be short and sweet. I hope it'll be beneficial for you guys, and then we can open it up at the end for a quick little Q&A. Really quick, want to shout out Krista for being a freaking Emerald coach today. Congratulations, homie. Ruth J I don't have on here. I don't think she's on the call, but congratulations to her as well. Emerald is a big deal, and that's why we're talking about it tonight on the call. Like, it seriously is a big deal, and it's so attainable for every single person over and over again. So I'm going to manage. Here we go. Mute all because I get squirrely. Sweet. All right. Okay. You guys can hear me okay? It's okay volume? Awesome. Okay. So here's the deal. We are talking about how to go Emerald in 1 week, because for a lot of people, they set this goal as Emerald, and they're like, yeah, I'll hit Emerald. I'll give myself 3 months to do it. And then month 3 rolls around and said coach goes, shit, didn't do it. And now it feels like this huge, scary, hairy thing that I can't attain because I gave myself so much time to do it. Do you guys relate to that? Because I did that to myself when I was going for Diamond the first time, and I honestly freaked myself out because I was like, oh my God, it's 8 people. I have to find 8. It's 8 people. It's actually only 8 people. It's not like 50. It's not like get 8 people to pay $1,000 to join. It's just like help 8 people get set up with a challenge pack. That's it. Like, pretty much that's how you hit it. So I had made it this crazy ass thing in my head when really it's just this simple thing, and breaking it down and giving yourself a shorter timeline, I find personally works. So going Emerald, you guys, I'm going to be super honest with you, is the secret to building your business 101. If I could share any secret, my secret sauce, go Emerald over and over again. Literally, that's it. Show up, be patient, and go Emerald, like at least a few times a month. And that's it. That's how you do it. You continuously build, continuously offer it to new people, because you never know who is going to run with it, who is going to fall off the face of the earth, who is going to want what you have to offer. I just always think of it like, who am I to judge who is worthy of this opportunity and who is not? All I can do is present it, pay it forward, offer support, and if people meet me halfway, excellent. If they don't, I'm not going to chase them. That's kind of my philosophy with this whole thing. So you really want to fall in love with becoming an Emerald coach, you guys. And because Emerald is such a small, really, like, it's 2 people. Because it's such a small number, it is easily attainable for you if you can wrap your head around that, and if you can get over the fear, I suppose, about asking people, So on this call, we're going to talk about how to do this in 1 week, because I'm going to pose a challenge at the very end, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to pose a challenge. Okay. So I'm going to talk about really quickly why Emerald. I know we have some new coaches on the team, so I'm just going to break down kind of why you would be interested in hitting Emerald in the first place. You hear about this rank, you're like, okay, I hear that this is important, but why would I want to do this for myself? Here's the deal. When you hit Emerald, it means that you are officially building a team, aka a Beachbody coaching business. And here's the honest truth. You can make a really nice commission through selling challenge packs, but if you want to make a steady weekly income with coaching, you need to start building a team. And the really beautiful thing about coaching is it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's really beautiful sometimes and really frustrating sometimes, because you can't just do it yourself. You have to rely on a team. But the kicker is, because you have a team supporting you on weeks when you maybe drop the ball and you don't sell as many challenge packs, or you're traveling or whatever, you can still make what's called a team bonus cycle from your overall team's production of selling challenge packs, onboarding coaches, and all the different things that go on with that. So there's been weeks, you guys, when I've been traveling, and don't get me wrong, like I work my ass off all the time, right? I try to lead by example, but there's been weeks when I've been traveling and I haven't sold a single challenge pack, and my income will stay the exact same because team bonus cycle is a really beautiful thing. So just keep that in mind. If you want to build a steady income as a coach, you're going to want to hit Emerald. You're going to want to take advantage of those team bonus cycles. It's Beachbody giving you money based on the production of your team, right? So it's not just like you taking money from people on your team earning. That's not how it works. That would be super scammy and weird. It's literally Beachbody saying, hey, thanks so much. You're helping people like stop being obese and get confident and healthy. Here's some money for producing and selling our product and paying it forward. That's what that is. Okay. Okay. Number 2. So I just kind of touched on team bonus cycles. For anybody that doesn't really know how team bonus cycles work, I'll give you a really quick breakdown, and then there are a lot of really awesome videos on YouTube that you can watch. And you can go into your back office to check it out. If you want to pull your back office up right now to kind of like look at the 2 legs, you're welcome to. So how this works is you have a strong leg and you have a weak leg. Okay, and it's set up like a tree. So your strong leg, say you have, it's whatever leg has the most PV or personal volume on it. So my strong leg, say we have 2,000 on my strong leg and 1,000 on my weak leg. So for every 100 to 200 ratio on your strong leg and your weak leg, you make 1 cycle. When you hit Emerald, you get $14 per cycle. So if you're, the volume produced on your whole, like every customer, all the coaches that you have with you, and keep in mind that if I'm here and I sign up Sandy has coaches here, and say Kaylee has coaches here, it all contributes to the PV. So it's not just your personally sponsored coaches who are contributing to it, it's the entire downline, which can be really huge because there's lots of coaches. Like there's Virginia's above me, she's adding coaches, right? Like Morgan's above her, she's adding coaches. Lindsay Matway's way up here adding coaches. So it all contributes to the same family tree, which is why it's really beneficial for you to take advantage of these. So as an Emerald coach, you make $14 a cycle, which for you, for ease of math, if you have 2,000 and 1,000 on your strong and your weak leg, that's, we'll say 10 cycles that week, okay, resets every Thursday. That's an extra $140 on your paycheck. Like I could do with an extra $140 on my paycheck every week, you know, and when you hit diamond, it's $18. So that's an extra $180 per week on your paycheck if you only cycle those 10 times. So you can see that it adds up. Volume accrues and it stays there, but I'm not going to go too deep into volume stuff. If you want to learn more about it, again, YouTube, the foundations training, I put a couple good videos in there. And you can always ask questions after the fact as well. Okay. So number 3, you start getting leads from Team Beachbody. This can make all the difference, you guys. And it's a really big deal, especially now that we've launched in the UK. There are literally millions more people who are becoming interested in Beachbody, purchasing from the website, calling in on the infomercials still, right? They still have the infomercials out there. They still kick butt with those. Anytime any person orders off of the website, they get hooked up and automatically assigned to a coach. So if you're an Emerald or above coach, you automatically will qualify to have those free leads. You're sitting there like, okay, Maria, why is this a big deal? This is a big deal because if Susie Q orders from you and Susie Q, oh, I did it. If Susie Q orders from you and she's in the UK and she's like, I'm going to buy 2 bags of Shakeology a month, and you reach out to Susie Q, and you're like, yo, Susie Q, I host monthly challenge groups. You're welcome to join because you already have your Shakeo set up. Sweet. And she doesn't get a hold of you. You are still making residual income off of Susie Q every single month. That's a big freaking deal. You make like $36 to $40 a bag of Shakeo every month. So even if that person doesn't contact you back, if they are a customer under you, you make residual income under. So that's a really big deal, you guys. Okay, so that's where those leads can come in. It's like a bonus gift really from Beachbody. And I always reach out to my leads just being like, hey, this is who I am. Sometimes I'm sure my email goes to their junk folder. Most of the time they don't respond back to me. Sometimes they do respond back to me, you know, but at the end of the day, if they continue to drink Shakeo and benefit from using these products and stuff, I also benefit because I get residual income from that. So that's a really big deal. And you only get that once you hit Emerald. Okay. And then just to touch on that residual income, actually I kind of already touched on residual income there. Right? Okay. Anyways, if you were an Emerald coach, it means that you're building, right? Because a lot of people dabble as a hobby coach, and that's totally fine. It's whatever you want the business to be for you. But if you want to make an income as a Beachbody coach, you are going to want to hit Emerald and beyond. And by doing so, you're going to set more people up. If you have 5 people per month on Shakeo HD, you're going to make an extra, I know I'm talking a lot about money right now, but just breaking it down for Emerald, we're all interested in making money, right? And why would we not want to get compensated for our efforts? people get paid for shitty jobs. Like I could name a few that maybe shouldn't be paid for. We should get compensated for the work that we do, and we do get compensated. So these are the ways. So that's why I'm talking about money so much on this call. Yeah, so if you set up 5 people per month on Shakeology, regardless of if you set them up in a challenge group or not, regardless of if they get back to you or not, that alone is an extra like $180 a month. You know, that covers your Shakeology and your coach fee. Right there. Boom. Even if you're like, I'm a discount coach, sweet. I just want to help enough people a month to get my stuff paid for. Great. Guess what? You make $50 for an all access challenge pack. You make 36 to 40. I can't remember the exact number for Shakeology HD. 3 or 4 of those, and you have your $136 Shake bag and your $19 coach fee paid for. That's it. So basically, we're getting paid to drink Shakeology for free and heal our guts and get healthy and fit. That's pretty amazing. And it's a write-off at the end of the year too. So I'm going squirrely right now. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at here, you guys, is that Emerald is a really, really good idea, because Emerald means you're building an actual business, not a hobby, and it helps you get paid, right? It helps you establish yourself. It helps you feel more confident. If anything else, even if you're like, I don't really care about the income, like, first of all, liar, we all care about the income. If you're like, I don't care about anything else, I just want to help people, this is how you help more people. This is how you do it. And like Sandy had mentioned on another team call, getting people set up with the discount right away is also a really good option. If they are, I will say this, if they are not like skittish and they're already kind of like, I don't know if I want to join, I'm like, you know, if they're on the fence about like joining your group in the first place, just sign them up regularly. I will say that much, because I've had people who are like, I don't know. And I'm like, how will we get you set up with a discount? And they're like, no, see ya, never, you know, and then you don't ever see them again until like 2 years when they come around and they're like, hey, I'm really interested in now. But you can sign people up right off the hop. This is one of the ways in which I sign up so many coaches, because I'm like, dude, do you want to sign up for the discount right off the bat? There are no weird strings attached. There is no weird contract they have to sign where it's like, you are in this for life, you can never leave. You know, if they decide down the road that they don't want to be set up with the discount on Shakeology, they literally just email and cancel. It's no sweat off their back. It's no sweat off your back. You get an email that says they canceled. Sweet, whatever. No hard feelings, right? So sometimes I will offer this. If somebody's like, yeah, I'm really excited to like drink Shakeology for a few months, I'll say, listen, let's get you set up with a discount right off the bat. It's super easy. When you get set up with an all access challenge pack and you do the coach sign up at the same time, it waives this coach sign up fee of $60. Your next bag is already discounted. That's great, right? So that's a really good idea. You also get a fast start bonus for that, since I am talking about money on this call, right? So it's just beneficial for everybody involved. And I always think about when I'm offering the discount to people, I know there was a time for me when I felt weird about it all, because like money relationships and stuff, you know, lots of us have really bad money relationships and worthiness issues and stuff. I used to feel weird because I was like, oh, like I don't, like it benefits me if they sign up, so I don't want to like feel icky about like me getting benefited. But who cares? If you benefit and they benefit, they get a deal on Shako and you get to benefit from working with them and like giving them your heart and your time. That's incredible. That's like the energy exchange of what it should be. Do you know what I mean? Like, anyways, you guys all get me on that one, the energetic exchange? Yes. When you buy something, it's because you want it and the person has something that you want. So the energy exchange of money is cool. Anyways, okay, I'm going to give you guys my top tips on how to hit Emerald this week. Top tips. Okay, ready? I'm just going to rip through this list. If you miss a couple, just, well, we can ask after or just go back and watch the recording, but I'm just going to truly just plow through these. Okay. My top tips on becoming a repetitive Emerald coach, starting with this week. Number 1, sign up your spouse or significant other or important person in your life. This is number 1 for a few different reasons. Okay. This could potentially mean a substantial income for that person in the future. So for example, I just helped Brandon achieve diamond in his business. So when you guys run into him at the Christmas party, say congratulations on being diamond, because he keeps saying he's shiny bright. Anyways, he didn't do shit to do that. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I did it. So Brandon is a diamond in his business, which is a really big deal, because guess what? Brandon is on my left leg. So I also make volume from that. Brandon makes volume from that because he has lots of coaches on his leg as well. He also makes $18 a bonus cycle. I also make more bonus cycles because I have him. You know, it all benefits. Okay. So you benefit from both. Having your spouse, significant other, partner, parent, sister, whatever, like sign somebody up. And I will say this to you guys, the sooner you sign up a significant other, parent, partner, spouse, sibling, whatever, the better, because where you are located on the downline of, if you're like, I want to do this, I want to go diamond and beyond, like I really want to build a substantial Beachbody business, you're going to want to sign up that person sooner rather than later, because where they are placed depends on how many more coaches get placed also under them, what they make for team bonus cycles. Does that kind of make sense? Ish? Okay, ish. So basically what I'm trying to get at is, if you haven't signed up your spouse, significant other, partner, sibling, parent, do so, because it helps you and it helps them. Okay. And then here's another thing. A lot of people are like, well, I don't really want to buy 2 Shakeology bags a month. I don't either, right? Brandon and I share a Shakeology bag, and sometimes it gets violent because we both love it very dearly. What we do is we purchase the performance pack on his account and Shakeology on my account. And if there's months where we don't want to purchase the performance pack, I simply sign up a challenger or 2 under him, so he makes 50 PV. That's it. You just have to buy or sell 50 PV to stay active. Okay. So that's really helpful in like a parent or spouse account, because you're like, oh, don't really want to spend that $100 and whatever dollars. That's okay. If you don't want to do that, just make sure that you're finding the people who are like, yeah, I want to join. Sweet. Sign up 1 or 2 customers under that person and you'll keep them active. Okay. So that's a really key point. If you want to hit Success Club though, you have to have 90 PV, just as a side note. Okay. So sign up your spouse or significant other. That's a really big deal, you guys. The bonus cycles do add up. I promise. I'm living proof. Okay. I'm not teaching right now for a reason. So just please let me be proof. Okay. Every day talk to at least 2 peeps about becoming your business partner, joining our team, telling them that they are on your dream team list. You know, like make a dream team list. Write down a bunch of people who you think would be badass at this, who you think, you know what, that person would fit in with our tribe. That person seems really awesome. Tell them so. I am such a firm believer, if you have a compliment in you and you want to tell somebody about it, you got to let it out. It's super important, because you could potentially make somebody's day, make somebody's week. You could change the course of their life. Truly. Sounds cheesy, but it's true. Okay. Here's how I do this. So I share my passion for the business. Obviously, I share how much happier I am. I share how I found my group of supportive women that get me, my tribe, who are cool with me talking about anxiety and poop and everything else. You know, you guys get me. You are my people. We are all a bunch of weird cucumbers with anxiety that love each other and work out. Pretty much. That's like us, right? Okay. And we love pizza and tacos and red wine. Yes, that's our tribe. Okay. So I share that. I share how fulfilled I feel after years of feeling like there was more for me to do. I knew there was more out there. I just didn't know where I could find it. And I found it and then created it. And that is so cool. And I want to offer that to everybody around. You know, I share how it keeps me accountable to my goals. If I'm telling another woman not to dive headfirst into a bag of salt and bennies, you know that I'm not going to be diving into a bag of salt and bennies, because I just told somebody not to. So little subconscious is going to go, yeah, no, we're good. We're going to eat an apple, go for a walk. Okay. You know, so for a lot of people, they're like, well, I can never be a coach because I'm not inspiring enough. I'm not what's the word? I'm not dedicated enough to my goals, or I can't commit to my goals yet. Something to offer is like, dude, the accountability piece is huge. Knowing that I need to show up, and not need to, but knowing that I want to show up for my groups, for our coaches, for my social media, that's a really big freaking accountability kick in the ass. And it keeps me accountable to my goals. It keeps me on point on days when I don't want to be on point. Okay. I share the time freedom it's given me. This is the biggest one for me. And I'll be honest with you, this, like, it's hard to kind of convey this in posts, I suppose, but the time freedom, the fact that I get to wake up and spend the first 2.5 hours I can spend however long I want, but the first 2.5 hours of my day are spent meditating, having coffee, reading with Brandon, journaling. Like, I literally can design my days. This has been my dream since I knew what dreams were, you know, and I could get really emotional right now talking about this, but I'm not even 3 years into the business and this is my reality. You know, so just imagine what we can accomplish together and what you guys can do so much faster even than I could possibly do. I'm creating my days right now. I was looking at my calendar. I've literally traveled. This is not to brag or anything. This is just to be like, listen, this is real. I've traveled every single month this year. Every month except for March. Every month. And I could read you guys a list, but like from like Mexico in February to New Orleans to BC a bunch of times to like 8 different weddings to where else have I gone? I don't like Calgary, Canmore for a mountain trip. I'm going to Emerald Lake this week with Brandon. I'm going to Arizona in December. I'm going to LA in February and then Arizona again. And then like what? This is the job. It's fucking awesome. That's what I'm getting at here. Sorry, getting squirrely today. It's been a long couple weeks. Okay. I share the time freedom that it's given me. I share how it's enabled Brandon and I to travel over the map. It's a really, really big deal to me. I share how I have been able to retire from the classroom at the ripe young age of 26. That's not common. It's not common, okay? I share how incredible I feel physically, but more importantly for me is my mental journey, okay? I share a lot about like my anxiety, bouts of depression. I share about that, and sometimes it's a little bit scary being vulnerable, but I'll tell you guys, when you are vulnerable on social media, that is your strength, because you are saying, hey, I deal with this. I know somebody else out there does too, and it's okay to feel this way. That's what you're saying. And you're saying, I'm badass enough to admit that I'm a human. I'm not phony. This is who I am. Take it or leave it, you know? And even one person seeing your post, you guys, the messages that you will receive, if you haven't already, in the future, you'll receive them, I know, from somebody saying like, you know what, I was having a really dark week last week, and I just wanted to say that you helped lift me out of it. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal to be that for somebody, you know, even if they don't message you. Just know that you're making a difference. Okay? Some more tips on how to hit Emerald this week. I share how supportive and successful our tribe is. This one's so huge to me. Like, I love you guys from the depths of from the cockles of my heart. But truly, I love our people so much. Like, it is incredible to me how just the strength of our tribe. I don't know, I hope you guys feel it too. But our team is different from other teams. And I think that that is so cool. We just care about each other. That's the biggest difference, I think. You know, it's not just about the successful points. It's not just about, did you hit this rank by this goal? It's, hey dude, you're having a bad day? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, want to have a Christmas party and go bowling? Sweet, let's do it. You know, like those kind of things. It's important because we're people. It's a people business. Okay. In the beginning, I would share that like my couple $100 a week or $100 a week, whatever, was paying for like my gas or my groceries or my Shaco. That's a big deal. And for a lot of people, like, especially around the holidays, man, if you knew that you could make an extra like $100 to $200 a week during the holidays, would you not be down for that? Would you not be like, oh, that sounds really great. What do I have to do again? I just have to help like 3 people get set up in this group that you're running, and I can just like help you with it. Okay. That sounds pretty easy. Let's do that. Okay. I share that the opportunity enables me to drink the healthiest dose of superfoods for free because I help other women get fit and receive earnings from Beachbody because of that. You guys know that Shakeology is a write-off, right? You know that our business fees are a write-off. Your workout clothes, I write off 100% of my phone because I'm on it all the time. I bought a new computer, all my hotels and flights and food from like Summit and stuff and conferences like that, gifts, PD books, like those things are write-offs. You know, and I mean, you have to make over $500 in order to be writing things off, because you have to show like, yeah, I'm a business. I need funds for my business. But that's pretty incredible that we actually get to like write all those things off. And I literally just get to write off my superfood breakfast that I would be buying anyways and drinking anyways, even if I didn't get paid to do it. Okay. The most important part about all the jumble that I just said, all that like word vomit, is you just need to share why you love this, and you just need to take action and ask people to join. It's so simple, but that's it. You have to share why you love this. You personally, you know, even if you've only been a coach for 5 minutes, why did you sign up? Write that down. Have you been a coach for like 6 minutes? Why did you join? What made you say yes? You know, for me, it was, hey, these people, Jenny, look super happy, healthy, and fit. I want to be super happy, healthy, and fit because I'm not currently. I have crazy IBS and anxiety, and I don't want to deal with this anymore. And I'm like, have been active all my life, but I need some help. That was where I was, you know? So just write down why you joined, what you wanted out of it, because that's a really big deal. Okay. Once you have challenges in a group, here's some more tips for you guys. When you have challenges in a group, tell them in a private message how inspiring they are. This can go so far. And even if you're like, this person isn't as inspiring, like truly, even if you're like, well, they posted one time. That one post for them could have been the difference. You know, if they're super shy, that one post could have been a really big deal for them to put up. I always, always, always uplift my challengers. I always send them messages like, dude, you're freaking killing it. So proud of you. You are inspiring as shit. Thank you for helping me run this group by posting. Thank you for showing up on the daily accountability post. Thanks for posting your picture of your salad, even though the lighting was really bad the other day, because you know what? It makes a difference that you show up. And I just tell people, it makes a difference that you show up, because it does. you know? And when you start to tell people that, you start to plant these seeds of confidence. And a lot of the time you need to believe in people before they believe in themselves. That's a true key to coaching, you guys, because most of us, myself included, when you start, you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't think I could do this. I see those other people and I'm not really sure if this can do it. You know, you need somebody to be your cheerleader, and that's what we offer as coaches, and that's a really big deal, I think. Okay. Oh yeah. Tell them that they're amazing, and then ask them. Ask them if they've ever thought about doing something like you're doing, you know, which is supporting other women, empowering other women on their journey to better living, essentially. But if you don't ask, you will never know. And like I said before, I always think, who am I to hold this back? Like, who am I to decide, they wouldn't like it. They wouldn't want to do this. You know, I can't make that decision. That's freaking selfish of me. I got to get over my own damn ego and be like, well, I'm going to ask them anyways. The worst case, literally the worst case, is they say no. Nobody dies. The best case scenario is they say yes and it changes their freaking life. So I'm going to take the odds and offer it, you know, and just put my ego aside for a minute. Okay. If people are loving Shakeology, which the majority of people do, and if your person is not loving Shakeology, maybe please ask them if they are mixing it with water and a fork, because that's usually the case. And they're like, it's disgusting. And you just say, no, you're just not making it right. Let me show you how. Okay. If people are loving Shakeology, offer them the discount. This is the easiest way. If you are like a coach who already has customers drinking Shakeology, this is the easiest way, hands down, to go Emerald this week, is literally just reach out to every single person on Shakeology HD and say, yo, want to save $24 a month? This is how you do it. Because even with the $19 a month coach fee, they are still saving $24 a month. That's unheard of. They don't have to pay anything. They literally just save money and they can cancel anytime if they want. Okay. If you continue to consistently ask people about coaching, your team is going to grow as a byproduct. You know, and you guys know that I'm all about progress, goals versus outcome, because the outcome comes as a byproduct of doing the progress things. You know, if you hit Emerald repeatedly, you will eventually grow to Diamond. And when you eventually grow to Diamond, you're going to go beyond, but you have to go to your comfort zone and start asking people in order to get to that stage. Okay. I continuously become an Emerald coach every single month. I become an Emerald coach probably 3 times a month, because I push myself to do it as often as possible, you know, and I just set a little date for myself. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give myself 10 days. I'm going to Emerald. Going to do it. Sweet. And it's not like I'm just like hunting for people to be like, who can I sign up for myself? I'm like, who would be a sweet fit for our team? Who wants the discount on Shakeology? Oh, a new challenger wants to sign up. Hey, you want to sign up for the discount first? That is that easy. Okay. So it doesn't have to be weird. It doesn't have to feel icky. It's just offering people a freaking discount, which as a Ukrainian, I can honestly say that that's a really big deal. Krista can vouch for that. You know, Yukis love deals. I don't know what it is. We just love it. Okay. That's why I love winter so much. But to say it with free. I was going to say to be free. Oh, dang. Where was I? Oh yeah. I was just going to talk about how I ask everybody because I love this. So I love this opportunity so much that I have to pay it forward. For me, it's an obligation. For me, it's a duty. I feel like it's my responsibility to pay this forward, you guys. And like I said before, I don't want to hold it in. You know, I don't want to be selfish with it, because I have no idea who is sitting at their desk chair pounding out paperwork. I have no idea who is standing cutting hair, hating their life. I have no idea who is working every day for somebody else, for somebody else's dream, doing something that they aren't passionate about. And they're dreaming of a new path. They're dreaming of something different, but they have no idea that it freaking exists. And all it takes is for me to ask for a light bulb to go off. You know, I remember specifically before I found Beachbody and I was in education. And I knew from early on when I was in education that I didn't want to be a classroom teacher. I was just like, oh, I feel like this isn't it. I love teaching so much. I feel like teaching is my jam, but teaching the classroom, I was just like not quite satisfied with. And I remember I was working at the bar at the time, classic, all through university, okay? And I was working at the bar, and this one lawyer that I served all the time, he's like, hey, I'm going to open this little joint called Freshie. Do you want to be my general manager? And I was like, oh, like, what would that be? He's like, well, you'd make like $35,000 a year. You'd be the general manager. You'd get to work and like help train staff, help hire and fire, and like do this stuff. Do you want to sit down and like go over a contract and like see what it'd be about? Okay, $35,000 for being a general manager, working like however many hours a week, being literally in charge of that establishment so that they could just piece out and be like, yeah, you run it, but we'll just pay you 35 grand, is not a good deal at all. I'll just tell you that much. It ended up being like really, really bad per hour if you wanted to break it down that way. I almost considered doing it because I was so freaking frustrated with where it was at. I knew I wanted to do something with health and fitness. I knew I wanted to do something with food. I was like, I'll just go get my holistic nutrition certificate. That sounds great. I'll do that. But I don't really want to open up my own practice. Okay, maybe I'll go do personal training. Well, I don't really want to work at a gym. You know, I had all these ideas and didn't know how to put them together and how to make it a feasible thing. And when Beachbody came into my life, I was like, holy Dinah, this is the thing that I've been looking for and I didn't know existed. You guys find the people who are like me where I was, pounding their head against the wall, trying to find something different. You know, you have that opportunity to offer to them. And that's a really, really big deal in my mind. You know, become an emerald, create emeralds, pretty much. That's how your business will grow. Okay. So I have a challenge for everybody this week, and I'm doing it too. Write this down. You ready for this? Decide you're going emerald by next Wednesday. Sorry, Krista. Krista's like, I just went emerald. What do you want from me? Okay. Decide you're going emerald by next Wednesday. Let's see. Let's just see what we can do. Number 2, write down 20 names of people that you can ask. You don't have to do it right now. You can start it. You can do it after the call. Write down 20 names. That's it. Just 20 people. First 20 people that come to mind. Number 3, you're going to message them, text them, send them a voice note, whatever form of communication you want. Go to their house. I don't care. Bake some muffins. If you never ask, you will never know. Okay? And then number 4, you're going to enjoy the epic milestone that is emerald because 2 of those people are going to say yes. 2 of those people are going to say, I thought you would never ask me. Thank you so much for thinking of me. Thank you so much for considering me to be part of your team. That's really cool. Yes, let's do it. You know? And like 10 of them are maybe not going to respond, but of the other 10, 2 are going to say yes. It's kind of the stat. Okay? My last point to bring this home, Krista, I'm totally going to throw you in, well, not throw you in the bus. I'm going to praise you here. Okay? My last point to bring this home about how you guys can go emerald in a week and how I know you can go emerald in a week because I do it often and if I can do it, of course you can. Like I'm not special, right? I'm not special at all. I'm just a person who sticks with it. I just am consistent AF. That's it. That's my superpower. Okay. Yesterday, I asked Krista a really big favor. Yesterday, I said, Krista, I know you have a goal of emerald in November. I'm vying for this goal by midnight. Can you do it? And Krista said, I don't know. I don't think so. My lady said no. The people who I asked didn't get back to me. I don't think it's going to happen. And I said, would you be okay hitting this goal for me? Krista said yes. And in 6 hours, you guys, 6 hours, she hit emerald. 6 hours. Not days, not weeks. No, not even like, hey, Marie, I really need you to help me like talk to this person. She straight up went emerald on her own accord organically by signing up her hubby and signing up a coworker who, by the way, is super pumped and jazzed to be a part of this now. That's incredible. That's how quickly it can happen. Okay. Same thing. I asked Rushdi Harmon, I said, hey, you have one active coach. Any chance you can go emerald? She goes, yeah, I'll sign up Michael, her husband. Boom. Done. Emerald. Emerald is a big deal, you guys, but it does not take a lot of stress and effort to get there. Okay. So we have a few minutes left. I'm sorry I kind of just like spun out and went squirrel mode on you, but I'm going to unmute everybody. If you want to mute yourself back, you can after. Does anybody have any questions or anything about that? Is there anything that I said that wasn't clear? Any commentary that wants to be said?
Well, I have a question.
Sure.
So it's about the spouses because I have hit emerald before.
Yes.
And I was finding that it was costing more money to have my husband sign up than we were making. So yes. So yeah, I could hit emerald right away by making him active again because I have a coach signed up. I'm hesitant to do that. I'm kind of trying to find 2 girls on each side. So I need you to explain the importance of the spouse on your one leg because for me it wasn't paying off at first. So
okay, so when you signed up Jeff, you guys were getting performance pack under him, right?
Yes. Well, and then I put him on, and then we had enough of that. So then I put him on Shaco.
Yes. So that by nature, that will get expensive for sure. If you're not using it every month, then yes.
Yeah, we had too much going on.
Which is fine too. So what you can do instead,
like too much Shaco.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have too much shit. Instead of ordering Shaco or HD or whatever under him, if you're worried about the cost, because hey, we are not made of money, and like yes, Shaco is still like $150 a month is still a good chunk. You know, it's $4 a glass, which breaks down to like cheaper than anything for the dense nutrition, but it's still $150. So what I would suggest, instead of doing that, I would first of all, if you have a few ladies who drink Shaco, get somebody else to sign up too, so that can be your Emerald. Then you don't have to rely on Jeff to be your active, but having him sign up under you, even if he's inactive for now, while you're continually like adding new discount coaches, adding new coaches, when you need him to be active, say if you're pushing for Diamond eventually, then you'll need him active. That's when you can use him, but he'll have that spot saved. Does that make sense?
Where does his spot get saved?
So where he signs up. So he signed up directly under you, right?
Yeah.
So if I wonder if I can just show you. I only have 2 minutes left. Okay. I'm just going to bear with me here for 1 second.
Stacy, even by him being inactive, he's on your ladder, so he'll stay there. As long as you don't cancel his coach account, he'll stay there so that you can reactivate him later. And that's why it's so important to get your spouse up there before anybody else, because you don't want to put 4 coaches and then him, because you'll miss out on all that volume under him as well as under you.
Because if I start putting people under him, then that'll benefit more.
It'll benefit both you. So eventually, say for example, Stacey, you're like, you know what? By the end of the year, by the end of 2018, sweet, I have a goal of Diamond. Great. So you're going to want to make Jeff an Emerald coach by the end of that year. And by having him up there for you, he's going to benefit from the volume underneath of the coaches that you start to sign up under. Does that make sense?
Not really.
Okay. I'm
just so new at this. I need to.
We need a volume call.
I know. We do need a volume call. Hey. Okay. I will put together
that video that Beachbody did with the action figures for the team volume, that like changed my life. You have to post that.
Okay, that one's in the foundations. That one's in the foundations training. I can find it and post it in the group after the call.
I have seen that. But I guess, I don't know. I just don't understand it.
So, okay, here, I'll do a little, watch this.
You're gonna,
yes.
It's okay, Marie, we can talk about it later.
Okay.
Someone else might have questions.
Does anybody else have questions?
It says less than a minute though.
I know, I'm going to try. Okay, Stacy, you're here.
Yeah.
Jeff is here. Even if he's inactive, he does not move. You continuously add people here. He benefits from the volume. You benefit from the volume.
Okay.
So even if he's inactive, you're going to eventually want him to be there, especially if you have an end goal of being Diamond one day. You want to use his spot to make him more income, which will make you more income, and it'll all benefit. But we can talk about it in person. Yes. Cool. I don't want it to cut off. I love you guys. Thank you.